What's poppin', y'all? There's a lot of people that are either wannabe rappers or even already established rappers that can't go up in their careers that blame it on them not selling their soul. When in reality, they're just missing some qualities of what it takes to be successful. But there is some truth in what they're saying when we look at the industry as a whole. Now, I ain't 13 anymore, so selling your soul isn't some blood ritual you do in a dark room with a bunch of hoods and read some spells making a deal with the devil. But I still do believe with all these allegations coming out this year that some booty pirate label exec has to, fondle you or do some disgusting gay stuff to you in order to make it to a certain level. That is still intact. But in general, I see selling your soul as compromising your core values in order to further your career at all costs. You don't have a limit, self-respect, or anything that's off limits. The only thing that's important is getting more popular and more money, and that happens now more than ever. For example, we got Ski Mask right now who's gotten huge over the past year, and most likely going to make the XXL freshman list for 2018. He seemingly sold his soul, at least how it's perceived to the public, by primarily his relationship with XXXTentacion. Now, they used to make a lot of music together and serve time together, but while Triple X was in jail, he got into a beef with Rob Stone on the tour with Designer, and Triple X, being the kind of friend he is, took Ski's beef that he really had no business being in, and ended up getting knocked out on stage and being made a fool of all over social media. Then getting locked back up, Ski showed no public support or anything for Triple X because he was more worried about how it would make his image look bad, and he wanted to be seen as a solo artist. Triple X would later ask his fans to tell Ski to be his friend again, and Ski would say he had songs for Triple X, but he only wanted his features, he didn't care about his friendship. But that's one instance, and we could say that Triple X might not be the most stable person, right? Sure. But there's also Denzel Curry. Ski even said that Denzel Curry bailed him out of jail over a year ago, and he let him stay at his place. Denzel isn't really the type that blasts people publicly, but he had a song he wanted to release for a long time, months, and that his fans were anticipating, called Sumo. It still hasn't released, and it's because Ski was supposed to be featured on it, and Denzel said he never did the feature. He plans on just releasing the song with him on it now. Now, sure, you busy, but after several months, you can't even finish up a feature for the man that bailed you out of jail and gave you a place to stay. And at the time, Denzel Curry was way bigger than Triple X and Ski. They were nobodies. But now that Ski is bigger than Denzel and the hot thing out, he's too good or too busy to give his mans a feature. The most common thing we've been seeing right now is this extra suspect, do anything for attention marketing that goes on. Whether it's Young Thug wearing a dress on his album cover only to have his album flop, or weirdos wearing all these Pitbull spike collars around their neck like they're being sold in the slave trade, which it may well be considering how frustrated a lot of them are with their deals currently. But faking relationships, marriage, pregnancies, and the like is something we're also seeing more and more of now. And it's because selling your soul starts as something really small and just compounds over time. That's why it's important to have lines or values that you never cross under any circumstance. If you're willing to lie to your fans, you might cross your friend next, and so on and so forth. Being a female rapper or even singer is the worst though, because you might be trying to be seen for your talent, but you're most likely going to succumb to the fact that they're going to promote your sex appeal, take off all your clothes, or put you in some relationship, fake a pregnancy, and all this other stuff like they did with Tinashe, and after all that, you still might flop. Female artists always fall into this if they're good looking, and I'm not surprised if grown men can't stand up for themselves. I wouldn't expect a female to be able to. Selling your soul might also be interpreted as just fitting into the mold of what labels want in a rapper in the current climate. Right now, it's colored hair, piercings, and face tats, while also being non-threatening. That's one reason why we've seen several rappers who do have the artistic talent to make it, but haven't gotten all the popularity because they don't fit that mold. People like Chief Keef, Montana 300, and Denzel Curry. 21 Savage has been able to have so much success in the mainstream because he toned down his savageness. He got into a relationship with a thought. He was doing all his simping on social media. He went to that wall holding up "I'm a hoe too" sign. Started laughing and smiling more. They softened up his image, and he probably agreed to it since it made him more money. Keith, on the other hand, was not having that. He got dropped from his label and never switched up who he was. Same thing with Montana 300. He never signed to a label. But neither of these two would allow their image to be softened up or be put in the light like what 21 Savage has done. Denzel Curry too, while he's not a quote-unquote savage, he's independent and doesn't fit the sissy requirements in new rappers. That's why labels love Lil Pump, because he's a non-threatening and controllable Chief Keef. The kids love his music, and they know he's harmless, all bark, no bite. And they've also been able to tone down how much vulgar content and stupid stuff, like he used to put on social media pages, to try and make him seem more appealing and acceptable, even though he got popular because of those things. Rappers also turn from grateful to their fans for when they first start getting some money in their career to straight up feeling entitled and above not only their fans, but the people who put them on. Biting the hand that feeds you. Recently, Lil Uzi came at Don Cannon, and it isn't the first time, but if it wasn't for Don Cannon believing in him when nobody even knew who Lil Uzi was, he might not be in the position he's in right now to make all this money. That's a bit different situation than Birdman and Lil Wayne, where Wayne feels that he's actually been robbed of money he had rightfully earned. But let me know in the comments what your interpretation of selling your soul is. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Peace.